Good morning. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. I have some more substitutions that came from these older cookbooks. This is a cookbook from 1979. So that is 80, 90 years, over 40 years old. Okay, about 43 years old. So some of these things may have changed in here, and I'm talking about when you know what I am talking about when I get to it. Okay, substitutions. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of flour, or 1½ tablespoons of cooking tapioca. 1 cup of cake flour, 1 cup less, 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. I told you last night how to make cake flour. Take your all-purpose flour and sift it 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 until some more, until it is finely done. Finely flour, fine flour. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's finely grained, I guess is what I want to say. Anyway, it'll be smoother than a all-purpose flour. Then you got 1 cup of the substitution for 1 cup all-purpose flour. 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of cake flour. 1 square of chocolate. 3 tablespoons of cocoa and 1 tablespoon of fat. I would assume that would be butter or something like that. 1 cup of melted shortening. 1 cup of salad oil. It may not be substituted for salad shortenings. 1 cup of milk. 1/2 cup of evaporated milk and 1 half cup of water. 1 cup sour milk or buttermilk. 1 tablespoon lemon juice or vinegar, and enough sweet milk to measure 1 cup. 1 cup of heavy cream. 2/3 cup of milk, 1/3 cup of hot butter. 1 cup of heavy cream whipped. 2/3 cup well-chilled evaporated milk whipped. Sweetened condensed milk. It says no substitution, but we know there is a recipe for it, and I think I've done it just lately, but I will put it again on this, put it down in below for you. 1 egg, 2 tablespoons dried whole egg, and 2 tablespoons water. We know there are a lot more substitutes. I will look them up and we will have them tomorrow. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, or 1/4 teaspoon baking soda and 1/2 cup of sour milk, buttermilk, or molasses, and then you reduce your other liquids. 1 cup sugar, 1 cup of honey. Reduce your other liquids 1/4 cup. Reduce baking temperature to 25 degrees. 1 cup miniature marshmallows, about 10 large marshmallows cut up. 1 medium onion. 2 tablespoons of instant minced onion, or 1 teaspoon of onion powder, or 2 teaspoons of onion salt, but then you reduce your salt to 1 teaspoon. 1 garlic clove, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, or 1/4 teaspoon garlic salt, and you reduce your salt to 1/8 teaspoon. 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs, 1 teaspoon of dried herbs, or 1/4 teaspoon of powdered herbs, or 1/2 teaspoon of herb salt, and then you reduce your salt to 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, so you can see many different things here. We'll go to the next page for more substitutions. For breadcrumbs, use crushed corn or wheat flakes or other dry cereals, or use potato flakes. For butter, 7/8 cup of solid shortening plus 1/2 teaspoon of salt. For fresh milk, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of evaporated milk and water. Each 1/2 cup each of evaporated milk and water. We already did that one. For 1 cup of whole milk, prepare liquid cup of non-fat dry milk and 2 teaspoons of butter or margarine. For sugar, use brown sugar, although it will result in a slight molasses taste. For superfine sugar, process regular granulated sugar in your blender. For red and green sweet peppers, use canned pimentos. For vanilla extract, use grated carrots or orange rind for flavoring instead, or try a little cinnamon or nutmeg. For flour, use 1 tablespoon cornstarch instead of 2 tablespoons flour, or try using instant potatoes or cornmeal. This is for thickening. That's what the word I could come up with, for thickening purposes. For buttermilk, use 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar and enough fresh milk to make 1 cup. Let stand for 5 minutes before using. Ketchup, use a cup of tomato sauce. Add to 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a dash of ground cloves and allspices. For unsweetened chocolate, use 1 tablespoon of shortening plus 3 tablespoons of unsweetened chocolate to equal 1 square of unsweetened chocolate. Corn syrup, use 1/4 cup of water or any other type of liquid called for in the recipe plus 1 cup of sugar. For eggs, add 3 or 4 extra tablespoons of liquid called for in the recipe. Or, when you're 1 egg short for a recipe that calls for many, substitute 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Cake flour, use 7/8 cups of all-purpose flour for each cup of cake flour called for in the recipe. For fresh herbs and spices, for 1/3 the amount of dried herbs and spices. Dried herbs are more concentrated. I go half there. If I use supposed to have a cup of fresh herbs or spices and they're dried, I go for half a cup. Okay, I just divide it in half. For honey, to substitute 1 cup of honey, use 1 1/4 cups of sugar and 1/4 cup of water or other liquid called for in the recipe. Deep fat frying temperatures without a thermometer. 3/4 cube of white bread will turn golden brown. 345 to 355 degrees. It does it in 65 seconds. For 355 to 365, it does it 60 seconds. 365 to 375, 50 seconds. 375 to 385 is 40 seconds. And 385 to 395 is 20 seconds. That's the amount of time that it takes 1-inch cube of white bread to turn golden brown if it's deep fat frying without a thermometer. Your oven temperatures, and this comes in handy because some of these old-fashioned recipes, old-time recipes, just call for a slow oven, a moderate oven, a hot oven, or something like that. And in our modern days, we don't know what that means. Slow is 300 degrees. Slow moderate, 325. Moderate, 350. Quick moderate, 375. Moderate hot, 400. Hot, 425. very hot, 475. I hope you have enjoyed this one. We will continue tomorrow with more substitutions. I will get the egg substitutions for you. I will get the sweet and condensed milk recipe for you, and whatever else we might come up with. So enjoy the day. God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.